Yeah, so before we begin, so it's kind of introduction, knowing each other, right? So let me introduce myself. My name is Sachin. I'm based out of Rochester. I'm husband and father of two beautiful kids. I'm a long-time Sahaja practitioner, and I've been conducting and teaching meditation sessions in around Rochester area. I personally find Sahaja meditation helpful in all aspects of life. I've been enjoying this meditation. So let's see who we have here with us. And for now, I will appreciate if you type in chat box to help me understand, right, to whom I have pleasure to interact with. You can share where you are from, right, how long you have been meditating. So please feel free to use the chat box so I know you, and if there are any newcomers, right, if those who have joined first time, so it's better I know who have joined the first time. So I would, when I review or recap, we go with the previous sessions, right? So I will stress on some of these previous topics that we have covered in last 5 sessions. Thanks, Ramo. I see Jeff Lock around 10 classes. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Candy. Nice meeting you virtually. I see Cat from Canada, Candy Gray from Buffalo, Marion, Susan. Hi, Vishwas, Uncle and Anu, Auntie. Annie, I'm from New York. Okay, perfect. So thanks. Welcome back again. Hope you'll enjoy this session. So with that, we can get started. So before we get started, right? I just want to make sure we recap, right? So before we start this week's topic, so we are going to cover the 6th and 7th energy centers, which are Agnya and the Sahasrara energy centers, right? So before we get into the 6th and 7th energy centers, I wanted to quickly do a quick refresher what we have learned in the past 5 weeks and the overview of the subtle system. Then followed by we'll have the short meditation, and with short meditation we'll be using two techniques that we have learned in week 2 and week 4 sessions, right? Balancing the energy channels and the raising uh, inner energy, kundalini energy. And then we'll go over the 6th and 7th energy center. So we'll do the deep dive on the 6th and 7th energy centers and their aspects, followed by so during those 6th and 7th energy center you'll hear uh, talk by uh, Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi, who is the founder of this Sahaja meditation. So we'll hear the two small talk from her about the 6th and the 7th energy centers. Then we'll have the guided meditation and we'll end today's session with questions and answers. So let's get started with the subtle energy system. So within us resides the subtle systems of 3 channels and the 7 energy centers. We call them chakras, right? Which look after your physical, intellectual, emotional, and spiritual being. So, and that subtle system, so we have the inner energy, which is the power of pure desire within us, which is motherly, soothing spiritual energy, which lies in the dormant at the base of the spinal cord, uh, at the base of the spine in the sacrum bone. So self-realization is the awakening of the Kundalini through the central channel and piercing through the sixth chakra above the sacrum bone and emerging at the top of head, right? Which top of the head we have the fontanel bone area that gives you that sensation, the cooling sensation once this energy is coming out from the top of your head. The Kundalini, so our subtle system is made of 3 energy channels and the 7 energy centers. So this inner energy, Kundalini energy, travels throughout your body by these 3 energy channels. In Sanskrit, we call them as nadis as well. So these 3 channels are left channel, the right channel, and the central channel. All these three three channels work perfectly together to integrate and balance the flow of your Kundalini. So each channel plays a specific role in maintaining your emotion, moods, and the physical health. So in second week session, we covered this left channel, right channel, and the central channel, right? So each channel has its own significance. Just to quickly go over what is left channel, right? So your left energy channel, also known as the moon channel, that begins at the first chakra, which is Muladhara chakra, and travels up to the left side of your body and terminates in the superego area on the right side of your brain. So we'll learn about today what is this superego and the ego, right? Left and the right side of the brain in a bit. So joy is an essential quality of this left energy channel, and your left energy channel influences your emotion, feelings, desires. It is also connected to your past experiences and the past memories. Uh, then the right channel, which is we call as a sun channel, that is begin at your second chakra, which is Swadhisthana, and travels up to the right side of your body and terminate in ego area um, of the brain, right? And so action and planning are the essential qualities associated with this energy channel, and this channel drives your mental and the physical activities. So last, the central energy channel is called the middle part. So Kundalini, or this inner energy, travels from the uh, sacrum bone, right, at the base of your spine, and straight up your spine towards the Sahasrara Chakra. So which is the top of your head, right? So this channel is gives you the uh, help you to grow in spiritually, right? So this central energy channel can be used to help you to evolve continuously into an improved personality with an increased focus on the subtle aspects of your life. So so all these three energy channels, and then we have 7 energy centers, right? So this subtle system is governed with the help of these 7 energy centers, right? And we call chakras in Sanskrit, or in medical language we call them as a plexuses. So these are the chakras on the nervous system, right? They govern the physical function of the connected organs within the body, right? So we learn, like we have like Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Nabi, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Agnya, and Sahasrara. So, right? So these are the 7 uh, chakras, energy center within our body. They govern and enhance our behavioral and the emotional qualities, right? So we have gone over the first 5 chakras, and we are moving today towards Agnya and the Sahasrara Chakra. So So we'll learn about the sixth and seventh chakras and their qualities and the aspects of those two chakras at the end. So before um, I move forward, so there are like i- imbalances associated with any of these energy centers or channels. If they go out of balance, right, then we see the some of the attributes like we see the lack of focus, lack of satisfaction, right? We try to feel guilty, we feel insecure, we feel lack of confidence, right? Or sometimes we just react, right? But as we start meditating, all these qualities started getting manifested, and all these energy centers get into the balance. So each energy centers has um, several spiritual qualities, right? And these qualities are intact within us when the kundalini or inner energies awaken within us. So these qualities start manifesting spontaneously and express, right, themselves in our life. Through regular meditation we become dynamic, creative, confident, right, at the same time very humble, loving, and compassionate. So this process start by itself when the inner energy rises and start to nourish all our chakras. Uh, so before we get into a short meditation, I wanted to introduce you to the founder of Sahaja meditation. So Sahaja meditation was founded by Her Holiness Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. She was born on March 21st, 1923. Uh, she got nominated for Nobel Peace Prize for giving hope to humanity. So, and she was like at the age of 7, Shri Mataji spent some time with Mahatma Gandhi at his ashram, and she got involved into India's independence movement as well. So Shri Mataji discovered this process of Kundalini awakening called self-realization on May 5th, 1970, and she has given self-realization to seekers all around the world. So Sahaja meditation had changed the lives of million people all over the world as she traveled across the continents to ensure seekers all over the world get their self-realization. So with that, we can quickly get into the meditation. So we settle ourselves before we start learning the sixth and the seventh energy center. Uh, so we can start with the short meditation. So before we start into the meditation, or we begin the meditation, we are going to use two techniques that we have learned in week 2 and in week 4 sessions, right? So balancing the energy channels and um, raising the energy. So I'm not going to talk about how do we balance, but balancing is easy. So first we'll balance our left side while keeping the left palm open on the lap, right hand pointed towards the ground or the floor. Then we'll balance out the right side, just putting the right palm open on the lap and left hand towards the ether element or towards the sky, just bending at the elbow, right? And then uh, we'll will raise the inner energy. That technique will help you to settle into meditation, and we will do this before and after the meditation, so that preserves the effect of meditation, right, once you uh, done with the meditation. So it's recommend this technique is recommended if you before and after meditation you raise your inner energy, your kundalini, right, and take 7 sheets of protection, right? So 7 sheets of protection for each energy centers. So let's start with meditation. So first we will take off, if you have glasses, take off your glasses, make sure you are comfortable and you can sit comfortably, take off your shoes, right? So that you can really get into a nice meditation. um, Make sure if you are sitting on the chair, your both feet apart, your feet touches to the ground. If you are sitting on the ground, that is good. So you cross leg, make sure both hand on the lap. So you can close your eyes, take a deep breath, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So before we raise our inner energy, Kundalini, make sure you don't have any tension on any of your body part, right? So we have to make sure your shoulders are relaxed, your neck, your head, your hands are in relaxed position. You sit comfortably, right? Your spine should be straight. Do not stretch your spine. So you should not feel uncomfortable when we are doing meditation, right? When we are doing the meditation, you should feel like very peaceful. Let's not put your attention on any of your body part. We are trying to detach our attention from our body, right? We are trying to get into the silence. So that is very important. Make sure your body is relaxed, your spine is straight, your shoulders are relaxed, right? Your both hand fingertips relax, there on the lap. So we first will raise our inner energy just by using our left hand, which is our desire, and the right hand, moving our right hand around the left hand and raise um, our inner energy. And if you want to learn this technique, you can visit session 4. We have already put the recording on the YouTube channel, so you can learn that technique. How do you raise the uh, energy and put yourself, like give the 7 shields of protection, right? So I will just start raising my kundalini. So we'll raise 3 times. So first time you make 1 knot, which is invisible knot. Then second time you put 2 knots. Third time 3 knots. Okay, then we'll take 7 shields of protection for each energy center. So we start from the left side, from your left knee, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so you don't have to count bits. You should, as long as you have pure desire, right, in your heart. So this helps you to raise your inner energy, right? And you get settled down into meditation. It helps you to get into the state of meditation. Uh, so now you try to focus your attention. You try to put your attention on both hand palms as well as on top of your head. Feel that sensation. If you feel inner energy has awakened and you feel the cooling sensation on top of your head. So before we do that, let's try to get into the balanced state, right? So it's very important before we get into the meditation, get our mind in now or in the present, right? So try to get into the balanced state. So we'll use the second technique, which is balancing. So put your left hand on the lap itself and right hand, if you're sitting on the ground, you put right hand on the ground, or you can, if you're sitting on the chair, you can just point your right hand towards ground. So here we are going to use earth element, right? And we'll just say to our inner energy, please remove all imbalances from my left channel into the Mother Earth. So while doing this, keep your attention on both hand palms. Mother energy, please remove all impurities, imbalances from my left channel into the Mother Earth. Now take your right hand on lap, bend your left hand towards the sky. So here we are going to use ether element. So again, referring to our mother energy, please remove all imbalances from my right channel in the air. Please remove all impurities from my right side in the air. So now slowly take your left hand on lap. So raise your both hand and get them at the chest level and try to feel whether you feel the same amount of sensation on your both hand palms. Mother energy, please establish balanced state within me. Keep my attention always in present, not in past, not in future. Please keep my attention always in present so I can enjoy this state of meditation. Now put your both hand on lap and see try to see where is your attention. Let's not think about past, future, right? So you have pure desire to get into the thoughtless awareness, right? So you need to find a gap between two thoughts. So you might get thoughts, right? Um, Thoughts will come, they will fall, they will rise, fall, right? So you have to maintain or find a gap between two thoughts, and that gap you have to widen it while doing the meditation. So you need to find that uh, peace, right, between two thoughts. So there is a space between thoughts, so you have to find that space and try to settle down your thoughts. Make sure you feel peaceful within yourself. Let go all your thoughts. Let's not try to force them to stop. So let them come out. So at one point, you'll feel the complete silence within yourself, and you need to find that silence within yourself. So you can use right hand just from your base of your spine, just raise energy with your right hand and put it up and above the head, the, and put it on the top of your head, right, which is the seventh chakra. So stretch your finger and rotate your like seventh on top of your head, put it on top of your head only. uh, Place your right hand, only scalp will move, your skin will move, your hand should not move, only your skin will move, and you just rotate your right hand 7 times in clockwise direction and just say in your mind, Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please establish my self realization. Please deepen my self realization. And then slowly raise your right hand like few inches above your head, the top of your head, and try to feel the sensation. So, so your energy has awakened within yourself, that actualization has happened, and you feel soothing. It's very subtle. So raise your attention, just take your attention and station your attention between your head and your hand and see whether you feel the silence. Try to be in the present. So now take your right hand down. Just check the same feelings with your left hand as well and see whether you feel any sensation, peace, that silence. So try to maintain the silence. Take your left hand on your lap. So enjoy this state of meditation. So it's a complete silence, no thoughts. Try to observe that silence. There, there are no thoughts, and enjoy the state of thoughtless awareness with a bit of music. Slowly open your eyes. So let's get started with this week 6 topics. So today we are going to go over the 6th and the 7th energy centers, Agnya and the Sahasrara. So first, let's get started with the 6th energy center, Agnya. So Agnya Chakra is located in your brain. We call that it's an optic chiasma. Some people call it a chiasma or chiasma. So there are like it's a twin twister, but it's a, I would refer as optic chiasma. It is situated within the junction of your optic nerve fibers in the center of your forehead. So we'll understand the aspect of the 6th energy center in terms of its location because it's very important, and we'll talk about that in a bit. First, we'll go over the imbalances and the qualities of these energy centers, and then we'll talk about the significance of this Agnya Chakra and how is it affecting, um, right, this energy centers. So So let's first talk about imbalances which are present, and when we have an imbalance Agnya Chakra, so we don't have the quality of the forgiveness, right? So within us we find increment very difficult to forgive to others. We have the lack of humility, right? We are dwelling in the past. We are not thinking about others, and we try to. Our behavior is always like dominating, and we can become uh, worry worry about the future, right? So those are the imbalances when this Agnya Chakra gets into imbalanced state. So the qualities, like what happens when the 6th energy center, right, get into the balance state. So we try to feel the forgiving, right? So we are forgiving and we have mercy towards other. And the primary quality of this Agnya Chakra is forgiveness, right? So it's through this chakra you learn to forgive yourself and others, right, for any human shortcomings, right? So Agnya Chakra is all referred as a third eye as well. So when it gets energized, right, this chakra allows you to achieve the thoughtless awareness of the mental silence. So we'll do the small meditation on this chakra, and you could see, uh, you can try to feel, right, once your this chakra Agnya Chakra is awakened and open. So you get the complete mental silence and the thoughtless awareness. So this is the that's how it's a, we call as a, it opens the gate to the Sahasrara, that is the crown of your head, the 6th chakra. So let's talk about, as I said, the location of this Agnya Chakra is very significant, which is which is at the center of the forehead. it is an optic chiasma right at the center uh, of the forehead, and this chakra or this energy center governs your sight. It governs your hearing, right? Your thought. It also governs our endocrine systems, endocrine system and the pituitary gland, which covers the metabolism, and it helps you to govern the sleep, right? And this um, pineal gland, which is important for governing of the sleep, as well as it help us in processing the anti-aging as well. So this Agnya Chakra helps you to get into, like, it governs your all important organs, right? But it tries to governs your metabolism, sleep, and it tries to help the pituitary gland and the pineal gland. So how does this correlate to what we feel on our hands? So what is happening in our subtle system uh, when this Agnya Chakra is awakened, or this energy center is open up, right? So you start feeling, actually feeling that you see your head, right? It suddenly become the light, right? So how does this correlate with our hands, right? So you start feeling the sensation on your um, ring fingers, right? So if you look at, so the number 6, right, which is our ring, so the Agnya Chakra represents on your ring fingers. uh, but this chakra, uh, so all chakras in our body, or the energy centers, we have learned, right? So we have learned the 5 chakras or the energy centers so far. So each energy center or the chakras, right, have a right and the left aspect, right? So we want to get into detail about left and right aspect of the Agnya Chakra, because which is very important. And uh, once we have the understanding and why it is important, right? uh, and it helps you to get into the thoughtless awareness and the thoughtless state. So in general, right, if you look at when you feel uh, like your pointer finger, right, if you feel left pointer finger is tingling or some sensation, so that tells, okay, your left throat or left vishuddhi energy center is in imbalanced state, right? So similarly, if you feel on your right hand, it tells us about the right aspect of the chakra, right? So every chakra tells about, like, every chakra has 3 aspects, like center, left, right, right? So when you say you feel that sensation on your fingertips, because all these chakras represent on your fingertips as well, right? So first 5 chakra, right, from Muladhara to Vishuddhi. So you have, each chakra has their own left and the right aspect, and you feel those on the fingertips, right? But there is something special um, about this Agnya Chakra. The reason, because this Agnya Chakra is situated at or located at the forehead, right? And the reason, uh, you must have learned or heard in the medical science, right? Your right side of the brain controls your left side of the body, and the left side of your brain controls the right side of the body, right? So when we feel the left aspect of this chakra, right, it is actually on the right side of the brain, right? So this is the only exception, right? This chakra is only exceptions. If you look at the other 5 chakras, so you feel, if your left or right side, like any sensation you feel on your fingertips, so that is your left aspect of the chakra or the right aspect of the chakra. But since your right, since this center or energy center or the chakra is located in your brain, which is located at the center of the forehead, right? So your left energy, so your left energy is uh, starts from your first chakra, which is Muladhara, and which is crosses through your optic chiasma, and it comes to the right side of the brain, right? So the aspect of this chakra is your left agnya. So when you feel the sensation on your ring fingers, right, left fingers, left agnya, so that is on the right side of the brain. Similarly, if you have your right agnya, right, so right agnya you feels on your left side of the brain. So if you're looking at this picture, right, so it's a mirror image, right? So your left side, your left agnya represents on the right side of the brain. So this is your actually right agnya, uh, sorry, left agnya, and this is your right agnya on the left side. And we'll do a small exercise so we understand uh, what does that mean, right? So now uh, raise take your right hand and put it on, uh, place them at the right side of your head, and take your left hand, put it on the left side of your head. So our right hand is on the right side of your head, right? So right hand is on the right side of your head, and our left hand is on the left side of our head, right? So our right hand right now is on the left agnya, and the left hand, so our left hand is on the right agnya. So it's a opposite. So it's a little bit tricky, and you'll get used to with that. But try to understand. So what is this left agnya? Left agnya is on the right side of the brain. Right agnya is on the left side of the brain. And these two sides, right? Left agnya is has their own qualities, and which is very important to understand. So left agnya is connected to the superego portion of your brain, which retains your memories, experiences, habits, and the emotions. And your superego and conditionings are all that those should be, I should have done this, I would have done this, I could have done that, right? So that uh, so we are allowing ourselves to be dominated, right, not living in the present. So that's most important qualities of this left agnya. So once it gets into balance, so we so all those like super ego and the ego balloons like shrinks once the energy passes through that. So similarly, right agnya is connected to your ego portion of your brain, which is on the left side of the brain, represents your right agnya, right, which focuses on the future, thinking, planning, action. When it is imbalance, like we are dominating, right, and when our left side is imbalanced, we are being dominated. So right side we are dominating, or left side means we are being dominated. So with that, we'll listen to a short excerpt by Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. So she talk about the Agnya Chakra. So just listen to this. It's a very short.
Now then we go to the chakra here in between the optic chiasma. It is placed like this, and it's absolutely closed. It is when you forgive. Christ has said that you have to forgive. When you forgive everyone, and also when you ask for forgiveness, this chakra opens like this. Otherwise, it cannot open. We saw yesterday that some people, at least there were 10, 15 people who never got their realization because they had not forgiven. Then I put my hand, worked on them, and it worked. But it's very simple to forgive, because whether you forgive or don't forgive, you don't do anything. It's a myth. It's absolutely a myth that you don't forgive. But for that myth, you suffer so much. So you have to forgive to open the center of Agnya.
Okay, so let's move on to the seventh energy center, which is Sahasrara. So Sahasrara, which is it's very simple. Um, there is nothing much to talk about seventh energy center, Sahasrara, or we call thousand petal lotus, right? It's often described, is located in the limbic area of the brain, at the top of at the top of brain, right? Or we call as a fontanel bone area, um, which was soft bone, right, when you are born, and it got classified calcified as we started growing, right? So this energy, once energy is awakened, it pierces through this sixth chakra and it comes out to the seventh chakra, right? So that's where you see the uh, cooling sensation, or you see that sensation coming out of your head. So which is located in the brain, right, which governs your limbic system and the autonomous nervous system. So our uh, limbic limbic system governing emotions, memory, and autonomous nervous system. So I will not get into too much detail on these autonomous nervous systems, but which is broken into two parasympathetic and the nervous systems, right? So this energy um, uses, right, the central parasympathetic nervous system. It rises through the parasympathetic nervous system and it pierces to the top of your head, and you see that crown, right, crown on top of your head. So once it pierces through that, uh, you feel the cooling sensation, right, on your both head, that center palms, right? So you feel the vibrations or the sensation in the center of your palm. This chakra or this energy center doesn't have left and right aspect that we learn about other six chakras, but this chakra doesn't have the left and right aspect. So imbalances, there are not really imbalances, but sometimes we unable to feel vibrations, right? That means self realization has not taken place, right? But once you start meditating and that self realization, once this inner energy culminates at the crown of your head, right, so you start feeling those vibrations. And the qualities of this chakra is uh, basically it's integrated. So there is oneness happens when this seven chakra is open, right? You start feeling the thoughtless state. Thoughtless awareness also happens. Thought integration happens at this chakra, and the enlightenment take place, right, at the point of integration at the crown of head. When this energy is awakened, it's integrated at the crown of your head, and that enlightenment takes place because your inner energy meets with the all pervading power surrounding you. So that was about the these chakras. We'll listen another short talk of Shri Mataji. She talk about the meditation and the integration of these all energy centers.
History of humanity, in the history of evolution, in the history of spirituality is the most important time, because where you will get whatever has been promised to you so far. Our planet is moving in a spiral way. All the planets are moving in a spiral way, and they are creating all possible things for the use of human beings so that they can save time for getting their ascent and for meditative growth. But people don't understand that part. All right? What I try to show them, that this is the left side, this is the right side. So this is the left sympathetic nervous system, say, and this is the right sympathetic nervous system. And really, spinal cord looks like this. And inside here is the spinal cord, which has the centers in it, the subtle centers. Now, when you start using the energy of these centers, say too much on the right, when it starts moving more towards the right, and there's a constriction, and the power becomes less because you are exhausting, going more towards the right side. Suddenly something happens, and from the left, if there's a jerk, then the connection is completely broken. This is on its own. it starts working on its own. That's we can say that this has become malignant. I have no relationship with the whole to have the proportionate growth. So if the nose starts developing, it can cover your eyes, can cover your mouth, everything. This is how a cancer is set in. Or any other disease. So many psychosomatic diseases are nothing but somatic is from the right side, and when the psyche gives in, then it becomes a psychosomatic disease. There are so many diseases which are more psychosomatic than physical. And these we call them as incurable. Can be easily cured by Kundalini awakening, because when Kundalini passes through this, she just integrates them. For example, she's going like this, then she goes into this, integrates them, just like she strings them like pearls. And so they are brought down. And also she nourishes that center. That's how people get cured.
Okay, so we'll have a short meditation before we open up for questions and answer, right? So uh, let's get into the meditation. So some of this gesture affirmation, right, we always do when we do meditation, but today we'll focus on last two affirmation, right, uh, on the Agnya Chakra as well as on the Sahasrara Chakra. So let's meditate for a couple of minutes. So what we can do, so close your eyes, use your right hand to raise energy, right? You start your right hand raising from base of your spine, right? Take your right hand up and above top of your head. Station your attention on top of your head. Now put your attention on your forehead. So we'll use our right hand. Place your right hand on your forehead and bend your head. So and you can massage also your forehead, right, while doing this. So we have pure desire, right, to open up this Agnya Chakra. So what we need to do, it's a very simple technique, as Shri Mataji also explained, right? So you have to forgive to open up this Agnya Chakra or Agnya energy center. You have to just say, I forgive everyone, I forgive everyone, I forgive everyone, I forgive everyone, including myself. So just say this in your mind 2, 3 times. So you'll start feeling light on your forehead, right? Because this is very easy technique to get into the thoughtless awareness, get into the silence, right? Once you forgive everyone in general, right? Don't take like name of any person or anyone. So just in general, you just forgive, right? And now take your right hand on top of your head. So place your right hand on top of your head on the Sahasrara Chakra, right? Press it firmly so only scalp will move. And here you just say, referring to Mother Energy, please establish my self realization. Please deepen my self realization. Take your right hand on the lap. Make sure your eyes are closed. Your attention is on top of your head where you have put your right hand. And try to feel that silence, peace. So energy has awakened, right? And which is connected with all pervading power surrounding you, so that realization has happened, actualization has happened, enlightenment has taken place, and you feel cool breeze is coming out of your head. You can check with your right hand as well as on with your left hand. You feel the cooling vibrations or cooling sensation, right, in the center of your palm as well. So while doing, if you are getting any thoughts, just say, I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. So be in this silent meditation for a couple of minutes. Yeah, so before we end meditation, I just wanted to share a quote by Shri Mataji Nirmala Devi. So I can read it out. So meditation is the only way you can grow, because when you meditate, you are in silence and you are in thoughtless awareness. When the growth of awareness takes place, thoughtless aware means you are aware, but there is no thought. You become silent. It is a thoughtless awareness, and this thoughtless awareness is the only that gives you complete peace within yourself. So, having said that, that's it for today's class. Uh, the next steps, as you know, we have to meditate regularly, right? So, to deepen into thoughtless state or the thoughtless awareness, make sure you do the foot soak technique as well. Try to use before you go to bed, right? And whenever it's possible, meditate collectively on weekly or regular basis. And we have Sahaja online there. Those weekly classes are being taken place, and we are also starting some of the follow-up classes, right, on the weekly basis. So I will share that in a minute, and make sure you use these two techniques that today we applied right before raising the inner energy and seven shields of protection in your meditation routine. That helps you to deepen your meditation as well. And as I said, we are starting from next week onward, right? So I'll be taking every Tuesday, right, 7 p.m. So I will cover like meditation and the thoughtless awareness. How do we achieve? Then we have uh, Dr. Dinah and the Nisha will be taking uh, midday meditation classes. So we try to accommodate the different timings at the different days. So if it is wherever it's possible, right, you can join all of the session, or at least try to join at least one session. And one thing I wanted to convey, like Melanie, she's on the call. She also teaches an intermediate classes every Sunday. So if you feel you are comfortable with meditation and you want, your desire is to go even deeper, right? So you could start with the intermediate classes. So you can sign up for those classes as well, or you can later know if you are interested in learning or getting into the next phase of this meditation. So having said that, any questions? I know we have overrun because I had to cover a lot today, and I tried to shorten as well. But any uh, questions? Couple of questions. Any experience you like to share? Your feelings? Please use the chat box to share. Before I introduce Dr. Diana Rothenberg, right? So she'll be taking the next session that is on the deepening. How do we deepen ourselves, right, in the meditation practice? So before that, any questions? Yeah, thanks, Ramo. Hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so without any further delay, let me unmute Dr. Diana so she could introduce herself.
Greetings, everyone. I have been enjoying the past 6 weeks with all of you, and I am looking forward to our 7th week, which we are calling Going Deeper. And I just want to say that you have started an amazing journey that probably has already changed your lives. And next week, we will explore how Sahaja meditation will continue to bring about wonderful changes in your lives as well as those that are close to you. I look forward to sharing that session with you. Don't forget to meditate this week and have a safe and joyful week. See you next week.
Thanks, Diana. So thank you again for coming, and we look forward to meditating with you again. Good night. Thank you. Thanks for staying little bit late. I appreciate that. Thank you. Good night.